the way I view this problem is about the fact that our buildings are getting really old, as Mo said. And when you have old buildings, buildings are like people. When they get old, they start having problems. And I really look at the problems that we have in kind of these four main categories. So one is energy efficiency and decarbonization, which is something Mo talked about a lot. Obviously, there's a huge push and awareness now to reduce the carbon emissions of our buildings. We have local law 97 in New York City. We want to be net zero by 2050. And obviously, when you have all these old, super inefficient buildings, that's a big problem. And something needs to be done if we're going to hit those 2050 targets. And that's something that's getting a lot of attention right now. But the problems go much deeper than that. Another huge problem, which I don't think gets talked about nearly enough, is the issues of indoor air quality in these buildings. And this has, direct implications on the health and well-being of the people who live in these buildings. The fact is that most of these buildings do not have ventilation. What they have is operable windows. And, when these buildings were built, in the 50s and 60s, maybe people thought that was good enough. But today we know better. When you just open a window, who knows how much fresh air is actually coming in. And when you're in a building, in a dense urban environment next to busy highways, in a super, super polluted area, you open that window and you're just letting all that pollution right in. It's truly a public health crisis that we have. The Bronx, asthma alley, they call it. It's truly a crisis for the health and the well-being of the people who live in these buildings, that they do not have proper air quality. So that's just another problem here.